Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the Omni ROM for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the Omni ROM, let's just say it doesn't really have the most graceful history. That's not its own fault. There were other ROMs which constantly challenged its existence. I really was excited about Omni ROM because at the time I had an X3, that is Galaxy S3 or a Galaxy Ace, and that really didn't have a lot of support, and I was really happy that there was a good community behind that, and I was really happy about that. It didn't really go out that well for OmniROM. For all I know, OmniROM has really been slow with adoption rates. Not a lot of people use that. It does have some unique features to it, which is really cool, but it's not as widespread as Lineage or PA, even other MIUI ROMs or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. So that's one thing. So let's get started with the ROM now. First of all, this is the launcher, and this is a totally new launcher for it. OmniROM does have its own set of applications, which I will get into. Let's get into settings now. First of all, in the settings menu in the About Phone page, you can see Omni version is 7.1.2, latest version of Android. That's pretty cool. I'm running the weekly version, which is there. It does have updates, and Omni was one of the pioneers of Delta update system, and I really like it. And this one also has the Delta update system, and I just like that. There is a lot of things to love about that. It is still using the July 5 security patches, hasn't moved to the August patches. It is using a kernel which is specific to this one, and that much is it in the About Phone page. OmniROM does have its own set of features, and that is under this setting which is called Omni Gears, and that does work out. Let's get started with the settings now. In case you're wondering, this theme is not a Substratum theme. It does support Substratum, but it's not a Substratum theme. It is an inbuilt theme which is available with this one, which I'll cover into the aesthetics part of it. Inside the Omni Gear, you have bars which you will customize, which you can customize the status bar and all that, navigation bar also. So you do have brightness control by sliding across, double tap to sleep, show IME notification on the status bar. Network traffic indicator is available. Button settings, it does have button wake for the volume buttons, music control, match rotation for media volume rather than call volume. Keys, you have show navigation bar, you can enable that. Recent style can be customized to AOSP stack, AOSP grid, or even Omni Switch, which is one of the important features of OmniROM. Long press recent action, you can customize to any of these. Long press home button, you can customize to any of these one. Kill back button, kill app by long pressing the back button, and you can use a timer for that. That's also pretty cool. And power menu, well, there are a few options here, and also there's animations for it, so that does work out. So you can see it does have a few animations. And that is it in the buttons option. I would have really liked to have a lot more options in the button section, and that is one reason I'm not able to use this as my daily driver. If you're not someone who uses the home button instead of the power button for turning off and turning on the screen, it might not affect you a lot, but I personally use double tap home button to turn off the screen. I'm not able to do that in this one. I mean, even the stock ROM is able to do that, so I'm pretty disappointed in that one. Apart from that, there are device features which are off-screen actions are available, and there are a lot of things. So you have proximity check to enable those actions, so that is amazing. I really like that. Also, you have the O gesture, you can enable or select any application, so that is one other thing. You have this application which is a stock application, you can customize that. O is normally decided for camera, you can enable that. Or you also have a custom application option, and that does work out really well. So let me just see. So I just did that, and it should open up Android now. Yes, it is, and that does work out really well. Now, vibration strength can be customized from here, so that's also available. You can customize that. Slider selections, and slider does work out. I am right now in priority mode. That works out really well. sRGB mode is available, and that works out. I'm not really sure if it's using the new commits or the older commits. So it also has a high brightness mode for outdoor visibility use, and that does work out really well. Now, in the lock screen settings, you do have a few options here, so you can enable or disable shortcuts, camera shortcuts if you don't want that, dialer shortcuts. There's no option to change whatever is appearing, but it is something. You also have hide bottom status text. disable power menu when locked, and also disable media wallpaper, hide status bar. All of that options are available. Clock setting, you can customize that. It's available and that does work out really well. Notification LEDs, you can enable pulse and auto color is available and that does work out really well. Default is there and you can customize the length and speed of it. That works out really well also. Battery pulse also you can customize for all of these, and enable fast charge color. That is another option which I really like. I mean, the most custom ROMs don't really have fast charge color. Whenever there is fast charge enabled, it will just show whatever color is here. So if our device does have dash charging, and that does work out really well, and you can customize the color. That's also really cool. In the styles option, you do have Substratum theme engine. Yes, it does have Substratum. You don't need to worry about that. It also has an Omni light and dark theme, which I'm not entirely sure what it is though. You can dark blue mode, you can enable that, and you can customize whatever you want with this. You can enable that. It does work out really well. Also, it has a light and dark theme, which is awesome, which works out really well. I really like that. It does customize everything. As you can see, it is now light theme. It works out really well. I'm just going to go back to dark theme because I like that better. Also, Omni wallpapers is something which is available. You can customize that. You can get that done. It really works out and I really like the options here. Also, in the status bar option, you have battery display. You can customize whatever appears here. So you have circle, horizontal bar, droid even. That's also an option available. While charging indicator, all that is available. Status bar logo can be enabled, so that's pretty cool. Notification panel header image can be customized also, which is really nice to see. In the more option, you have more options like screenshot crop and share, which I use a lot and I really appreciate that. Volume, dialog headers, headset notification, and wake locks. You can get a statistics for the wake locks and that does work out really well. It does have dose settings, something called dose settings, so that is really cool. You can tweak out a few settings of this, and it does have collection of log inbuilt and that's also amazing. I really like this, as I have already said with Pure Fusion OS. I really like that. It does have inbuilt log collection data and it just works out really well. Now it also has a nightlight, which is normal AOSP stuff. It has ambient display, which works out really well. Font size and display size can be customized. Double tap to wake, and all are available. So yeah, that much is it in the features section, and as you see, it does have a lot of features which are pretty unique to this ROM. I like the feature list in this one, but it's not as comprehensive as I have seen with other ROMs. Apart from that, it just is a good mix of balance and I like the features. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for features. Now the battery life, and I was pretty impressed with the battery life. The idle drain I got in overnight use was about 1.35 idle, and usage drain was about 15%, which is on the higher side of things. I really like that. I mean higher side as in higher battery life giving ROM rather than a usage. So yeah, I'm also going to give it a 7 out of 10 for battery life. Now the performance of the ROM. Personally, performance was pretty good. I got a score of 144,000. The average was almost around 145,000 in about 5 tries. So it works out. It also is a great performing ROM. But I have noticed that recently in Antutu benchmarks, all the ROMs are giving me about 143,000 and above. So I'm going to change a little bit of my scoring card. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because I guess all the other ROMs are also giving me the same score. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Now the stability of the ROM. I'm pretty happy with the stability of it. As I've already said with all my other ROMs, it works out really well and it works out as you would expect a stable ROM to do. It is stable, but it doesn't really do anything special. Usage wise, I didn't really find anything bad about it, but there's nothing special about it either. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 for stability. Now the camera. As I've said, it does come with its own applications and this is the camera application. It works out really well. It does have a few options here and there. It does have HDR, other modes. For the most part, it is a really good camera application. It does have a lot to give. It also has a few options here and there, which is pretty cool. It also has auto HDR mode, which you can enable, and not really sure how much of a difference it will make. So yeah, camera, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for the camera because it is a good package and I really appreciate the camera package in this one. So in the aesthetic department, as I've already said, this does have a lot of options in the style menu. I like it. It is really cool that there is options like this one in this ROM and it's just amazing for me. It has Substratum, it has its own Substratum theme to customize its applications, and it has a light and dark theme. I don't know how much more I need from this. I mean, that's pretty much it. I really like that. So I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10 for aesthetics. Now the overall score. The overall score is going to be a pretty good one. I like it. I have used this ROM quite a bit, and I really like that. It was really cool. I didn't have any issues with it. The performance was steady. The camera quality is amazing, if not exceptional. The feature list is great. It's more features than the last ROM I have reviewed, which is ASPA. And yeah, I really like it. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for the overall experience. So let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. So I hope you guys like that. So here is the boot animation for OmniROM, and if you've ever used an OmniROM on the Nougat, you probably have seen this already. It's really cool. I like this. It's minimal, it's functional, it shows what it is, and yeah, I quite like this. And it is Omni. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. To be honest, I wasn't really using this ROM as my daily. I didn't plan on using this ROM as my daily driver. I was waiting for Zenity to release, and Zenity did release his ROM. But what happened was that, well, that had a few issues, and in the meantime, my download of Zenity's ROM got deleted. I had to have any other ROM, and I chose this one because I wanted to spend some time with it. So, and it turns out this is a really great ROM. I really do like this. The total score is going to be about 6.89. I'm gonna round it off to 6.9 out of 10, and that is a very respectable score. I really do like this ROM for what it is. It is amazing. It may not be exceptional at anything, but it does do a lot of things right, and I really do appreciate that. I really do want many other ROMs. I do really want other ROMs to take note from this ROM, and I hope Omni will be on the rise again, because I want this ROM to be out there. It's really great, and it's a amazing package. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. Then hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.